Have you ever seen your baby looking at an empty space and laughing? There's no one there, just you and your baby in the room, but they're looking at something, laughing, moving their hands. It gives you chills. You start wondering, what's there? Some people say, babies see angels. Others say, they're connected to another world. But today, we're not talking about religion or myths. Today, we're talking about science. And what science says is no less unsettling than any story. Your baby might actually be seeing something that your eyes cannot see, that your brain cannot process. And the reason is their brain, though incomplete, is in some ways more powerful than yours. In today's video, I'll tell you 5 things that only your baby can see. And when you hear the 5th one, you'll never look at your baby the same way again. Before we begin, what is your baby's name? Do tell in the comments. And also tell, have you ever seen your baby staring at empty space? 1. Dim light and shadows. At night, when everyone is asleep and only a faint nightlight is on, your baby can still see things in that dim light. And you see nothing. Why? Science says a newborn's eyes have rod cells that are far more active than in adults. Rod cells are responsible for vision in low light. In animals, like cats and owls, these cells allow night vision. Your baby's eyes function in a similar way. But it's not just about light. Shadows, your baby's brain registers them very quickly. When a fan's shadow moves on the wall, when a thin ray of light enters through a window, your baby's brain captures it as motion. And they keep looking at it, smiling at it. You think they're seeing something unknown. But in reality, they are seeing a world that our brains have learned to ignore by filtering it out as irrelevant. A baby's brain doesn't filter yet. It sees everything. 2. Sensitivity to peripheral movement. You may have noticed your baby suddenly turns their head toward a corner. You look there, nothing, but the baby keeps staring. To understand this, know one thing about vision. Our vision has 2 parts, central vision and peripheral vision. Central vision is what we look at directly, sharp and focused. Peripheral vision is what we see from the corners of our eyes, blurry but extremely sensitive to motion. As we grow, our brain focuses more on central vision and starts ignoring peripheral input. But a newborn's brain, their peripheral vision is incredibly active. Research shows that babies from 0 to 6 months can detect even the slightest movement in their peripheral zone, a curtain moving, a leaf shaking, a light flickering. That's why when you're in the kitchen and your baby is in the crib, they still see you without you knowing. So when your baby looks at an empty corner, maybe there was a movement so small that your trained eyes missed it. If this information is new to you, like this video and subscribe to the channel because what's coming next will surprise you. 3. Seeing memories in dreams. Have you ever seen your baby smiling in their sleep? Or suddenly crying? You think maybe they saw a dream. You're right, but their dreams are very different from ours. Science says newborns spend over 50% of their sleep in REM. REM is the stage where the brain is most active, where dreams happen, where memories are processed. Adults, only 20 to 25%. Babies, 50%. That means your baby's brain is constantly replaying everything from the day. Your voice, your face, the light, the shadows. But here's the twist. Their brain is not fully developed. So these memories appear fragmented, broken, incomplete, and sometimes they cannot distinguish between dream and reality. When your baby smiles in sleep, maybe they saw your face. When they cry, maybe a strange fragment scared them. And when they wake up and stare at a wall, maybe they're still seeing the last part of that dream. Neuroscience calls this hypnagogic hallucination, the state between sleep and wakefulness, where visual fragments appear. Adults dismiss it, babies can't. For them, it's real. 4. Reading micro-emotions. When you're in front of your baby, you think you're smiling, everything is fine, but inside, you're tired, stressed, worried, and your baby knows. Human faces produce dozens of micro-expressions every second, so fast that adults can't detect them. They last just 1/25th of a second. But babies? Research has found that even infants under 6 months can detect subtle changes in a mother's facial expressions. If the mother is sad, even behind a smile, the baby becomes restless. If she's happy, the baby feels calm. Why? Because a baby's brain is in what scientists call hyper-social calibration mode. Their survival depends entirely on you, so their brain constantly scans you, your eyes, your lips, your breathing. They are like a tiny lie detector. And the most emotional part? When you're feeding your baby at night and wondering, am I a good parent? Your baby is looking into your eyes, and they know you love them deeply. They don't need words. They feel it. 5. Climax. Patterns and contrasts. Now, the point I promised at the beginning. When you enter a room, your brain instantly categorizes it. This is my bedroom. Familiar. Ignore. You don't really see. You assume. But your baby's brain? Every moment is new. Every time they open their eyes, it's the first time. That's why they see patterns we have forgotten. Lines on the ceiling, light and shadow on the wall, fabric designs, sunlight through a window grid, forming shapes. Research shows that newborns are highly attracted to high contrast patterns, especially black and white, because their eyes can't fully process color yet, but contrast, crystal clear. And here's the deepest truth. Thousands of years ago, humans needed this ability to survive, to notice every movement, every shadow, every pattern. Your baby sees like that ancient human. They haven't lost it yet. In some ways, they are more aware than us. But as they grow, the world teaches them what to see and what to ignore. And slowly, that magical perception fades. We were all that baby once. We all saw that world once. And now we stand, watching a baby laugh at empty space, not knowing what they see. Maybe they are seeing what we once saw.